She's a country girl out of this world, and that's a fact.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in for another episode at StampPatties.com. Today I'd like to go through making this gate folded Halloween project. This is highlighting or showcasing a new product that's coming out in our upcoming holiday catalog, which will be available to you as a customer starting September 1st. It is focusing using the Graveyard Gate stamp set, as well as our coordinated detailed gate Thinlit. So let me start by turning the camera down so that you can see the pieces that I have prepared. Sorry if it's a little wobbly. I'm not good at this, and I do not edit. So, all right, we have a bunch of pieces of cardstock. I'm using Smoky Slate and Basic Black. So, the first one is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That is the base or the back of the card. The inside of the card, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then there are two pieces that are 2 1/2 by 5 that are going to make the front of the card. And then I have cut a piece of Basic Black at 4 3/4 by 4 to cut our gate. So are you ready to go through making this project with me? In addition to the two items that I have already showed you, I am also going to be using the marbled stamp, which is a background stamp available in our big idea book and catalog. And I'm using 3 ink colors. I'm going to be using Elegant Eggplant, Smoky Slate, and Basic Black. But do check my website, my blog, because I will show you there'll be a detailed sample and a supply list that you can print out so you'll know exactly what you need to purchase. So let me start by cutting our gate. I'm going to get my big shot over here. I'm using my magnetic platform. I'm going to use that piece of black cardstock, and I'm going to put my gate on there. I'm not using the entire gate. I'm only using 4 inches wide, so I'm trying to do my best to center it on there, but I do want to go all the way up to the top if I can. So I'm going to center this on there. I need my second cutting pad, which is going to go right here. Perfect. My advice to you is to run this through several times, forward and backward, because of the fact that it is so detailed. So when you take it out, make sure you look, like I'm looking here and I can see that it is not cut all the way through. So I am going to run it through again. I think this piece is probably pretty well cut, but okay, we're going to run that through again. Perfect. We're going to be using our I'm actually going to use my precision plate because that is not cutting as I had planned it to cut. So I'm going to use my precision cutting plate here and run that through a couple times. That black cardstock is pretty heavy, so I don't know if that's part of the issue, but oh yeah, much better. All right, so that's coming apart. Use your die brush, okay? Make sure you press it really well, get all those little pieces out of there. In the essence of time, I have already cut a gate, and I have cut that gate in half. So we are going to use that. The other thing that we are going to need to cut is going to be the gray pieces that will make the card front. So we're going to reach for our 2 pieces of 2 1/2 by 5. I am going to lay them side by side on my Big Shot machine, being very careful to line them up. I'm going to take my pieces of my gate so that I have those also as a lining up point. There we go. And within the framelit set, there is one other piece. That other piece looks like this, and that's just to cut out the image above so that I can make this be, the gate is going to be going on top of the cardstock. So I want to line this up with my framelit that cut out my gate. I'm using the magnetic platform. Then I'm going to, you got to be really careful. I might actually suggest a Post-it note. I'm going to use a Post-it note, guys, because these things are like invaluable. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a Post-it actually down here like that. And I'm going to put another one up here at the top so that these pieces don't move. All right, now let's try this again. I'm also using the magnetic plate, so I'm hoping that that is going to be enough. So let's put our gate back on. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oops. Of course, I'm doing this on camera, you know, like almost live, and it makes things a little bit more stressful for me, especially knowing that I don't edit. Okay, so let's put that on. Try to do our best to line it up, and then I'm going to get my gate out of the way. I'm having a hard time this morning. Okay. All right, that works, I guess. The magnet is playing tricks on me, you guys. All right, it is not cooperating. What is going on? Why is my magnet giving me such a hard time this morning? Okay, we're gonna just make it bigger, so that's fine. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna move my gate. There we go, I just moved it. Okay, cutting pad, we're gonna go for it, you guys. We're just going for it. I'm gonna cut this baby out. Perfect, remove it. So what's gonna happen now is you're gonna see that you have, well, the Post-its are certainly working. Okay, got a little piece there. I'm just pulling that off. Okay, so this is going to be the front of our card. I am going to score it at a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch so that it can get tucked behind this piece here. Okay, so we're going to do that as well. Get that out of my way because I'm done cutting now, thank goodness. Okay, I am going to take my inside of my card, my 4x5 1/4. So I'm almost done with all my pieces. And I'm going to ink up my marbled background with my smoky slate ink. I'm going to bring the card to the stamp and press away to get my swirly background. I thought it made it look like it was, you know, like foggy in the cemetery, kind of made things look a little bit more creepy, eerie. Ah, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's get that out of our way. I'm going to use my Elegant Eggplant ink, and up in the top left corner, I'm going to stamp it with an image that says, "Open if you dare." Okay, so that can be seen from the top of the gate. And then the other thing that I want to stamp is on the inside. It says, "Have a haunted Halloween." That is going to go so that when we open the card, we can also see that, "Have a haunted Halloween." So let's get the eggplant ink out of the way. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gate that I cut in half. I'm going to take the sides of my card, the gray. I'm going to adhere my gate to the front of my card using my silicone mat and my snail adhesive. So I'm looking for the bigger pieces of the black so that I have more surface to stick this to. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. All right. Where is my... Here we go. My cutter. I'm going to use my scoring blade to score at 1/2 of an inch from the side. Because remember, this is going to help me to fold it, to tuck it inside my card. Perfect. 1/2 of an inch. I probably should do it on this side as well. There we go. Now we gotta get a good fold that way. Okay, I'm gonna do this side too. 1/2 of an inch. There we go. Now we're gonna get a good fold. Okay, so what's gonna happen is my card front, I'm sorry, the inside of my card, I am going to put adhesive on the inside of my gate. That is going to get adhered to the inside of my card. Almost done, guys. Perfect. There's my card. Ooh, I didn't score that too straight. Gotta fix that. But that's okay because you're not gonna see the back of that card because it's gonna get glued inside. All right, let's have that be more straight. There we go. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the back of our card, which is the last piece that we have, our 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're gonna cover the back of this with adhesive so that it sticks really well, centered to that card back. And voila, we now have our detailed gate spooky Halloween card all done, ready to roll. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in for another episode at StampPatties.com. Make sure you check the blog post that this will be posted under because I will have all the measurements. There'll be a supply list that you can click on and print and place your order to get this product as soon as it's available to you on September 1st. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.